Hello, welcome back. I'm making this one on pretty much my favourite coin at the moment. Consistent gainer, an amazing chart. It's the BitTorrent token. Now let's just have a look a little closer. I mean, just in the last 2 weeks, it's tripled its value, which is pretty good going for any coin. And it's not only just tripled it; it's tripled it in a really good, consistent way. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. I mean, look. It's just perfect. It's perfect. So, I mean, I've just let it ride. To be honest with you, I mean, because I've had it for a while. So I just thought I'm just gonna let this one ride. So I've even got my old support line here, which doesn't mean anything anymore. So we can move that, and I'd pretty much consider this to be our new support here. So let's just call it 0.0015, and as far as the resistance, I mean, this is all we've got here to go on, to be honest with you. But the rate that this coin's going, this resistance is going to be broken tonight. Like I say, this is what I'm doing, so I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to get involved, but if there were to be a coin to get involved in, this would be a great one. But don't do it because you've seen this video. Do your own research, trade safe. Anyway, so I've brought up a couple of these indicators now. So we're looking at the MACD. I mean, the MACD basically looks like it's coming up to a nice buy signal. So the RSI is also sort of in a nice comfortable zone, and we're racing back to our previous high, which was 0.018.6. I think, where was that this morning? We saw that. Yeah, it was around the early hours of the morning. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna pass that. If we don't, we'll bounce off, going down here, and I reckon we'll bounce back up again. Now, this chart does do its own thing, but I'm not going to rule out any kind of pullback if Bitcoin decides to crash. Fingers crossed it's not going to crash any time in the next couple of days. That's my thoughts behind it, but you know, it's Bitcoin, it does what it wants when it wants. There's too many factors involved in that coin really for me to really give you an answer on that one. But as far as the next 24, 48, 36, 40, you know, we're looking to pass this, and it would not surprise me at all if we find our way up. Oops, oh dear. If we find our way up to the 002 mark, maybe even this time tomorrow. Would not surprise me at all. Am I looking to sell up there? I don't think so, and I'm not one usually to make, or should I say, gamble on sort of things that are, you know, taking place in the market. I like to work solely off charts, and even though this chart is a very strong one, I would normally take profit after a certain level, especially if I've doubled my money. I would generally take profit. But this one, similar to Matic really, is an exception to the rule. I got in early enough on Matic to be comfortable at the moment while it's having its dramatic pullbacks, and it's a coin that I really have high hopes for in the long term. So I'm just going to keep that anyway. But also with BitTorrent, the reason I'm probably going to keep it for a little longer is that the company itself, you know, Justin Sun and his merry men, he's got some decent things coming out in the next couple of days and also in the next couple of months. So one thing tells me that this price is probably going to hold relatively well. BitTorrent's coming onto a new exchange in a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, at the beginning of next month anyway. So that'll definitely help it with its volume, and it'll help it with its momentum up. And then BitTorrent Speed is coming out in just over a month, and that looks like it's going to change the game really. I mean, it's such a great idea, to be honest with you, using BitTorrent for all this sort of thing. I mean, it's just, if you really break it down, it's essentially, in a way, it was like blockchain before blockchain, you know. So to utilize the BitTorrent in the same way that you can utilize a blockchain, I mean, it's such a great idea. And if it works, which I'm pretty sure it will, there's no reason for it not to work. I mean, the infrastructure is all there. I mean, whether or not it does anything to the price is one thing. I'm just talking about the technology. I mean, what a great idea. So yeah, we'll see how that goes and when that factors into the price. Anyway, I'm holding this, and I'm going to hold it for a while. I would be very surprised if we make our way back down to where I bought it from, which is around about here. So we're going to be talking about losing about 30-40% at the moment for me to start being in the red. I'll probably set a stop loss anyway, just above that, just to be safe, you know, just to be safe. But I'll be very surprised if I see a retracement down there anyway. And that's worst case scenario with Bitcoin crashing itself, which, to be honest with you, I do expect a 30-40% retracement with Bitcoin at some point. I do expect it to try and reach a little higher at the moment before it does do that. So hopefully we've got at least a few days, maybe a week or so, before something like that happens. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, and thanks for watching. Take it easy.